A breaking news alert tonight at 5, a possible act of terrorism right in downtown Denver.
An RTD transit police officer is dead, shot in the head without warning near Union Station. Tonight, Denver 7 is being told the suspect, this man right here, 37-year-old Joshua Cummings, is on the terrorist watch list.
And word spreading quickly in our community tonight. We're hearing stories of kindness and compassion about the officer killed, 56-year-old Scott Von Lanken of Loveland. Officers and strangers putting flowers near the spot where he was murdered.
We have team coverage from every angle tonight. Sally Mamdou talked to the victim's wife and Chief Investigator Tony Kovaleski looking into the suspect.
But let's first go to Denver 7's Mark Stewart, who's live near Union Station where Scott Van Lanken was gunned down. Mark?
And as the memorial here at Union Station keeps growing, police from across the city have been put on alert. There is legitimate concern he was targeted because he was wearing a uniform. A shooting that happened without any warning and at very close range. You can feel the heartbreak at Denver's Union Station. Members of the RTD transit security team comfort each other in front of a memorial after one of their own, security officer Scott Von Lanken, was killed just doing his job late Tuesday night.
I wanted to pay my respects for the officer. I ride the A train. The officers are down here all the time to protect us and make us safe.
According to this police document, the 56-year-old security officer was near 16th and Wynkoop talking to two women. That's when a man identified as 37-year-old Joshua Cummings came up from behind him, placed a gun near his neck and said something to the effect, "Do what you're told," and then shot and killed him.
Witnesses heard a gunshot, the victim fell, and the suspect ran off.
Using surveillance video, police quickly were able to find the accused shooter in a nearby neighborhood. This yellow crime tape marks the spot where police found their man. They say he was hiding on this patio. He gave up without a fight. Police from across the city have been placed on alert over fears the security officer was singled out, assumed to be a police officer.
We do have concerns that was the victim a target because of the uniform that he was wearing.
As police look for more witnesses, riders of the train share in the sadness, knowing the officers make them feel safer.
It's extremely shocking to hear, especially he's armed. You know, he has all the weapons that he needs, and somebody just walks up to him and does that.
As you can see from this memorial, people in this neighborhood really appreciate the security officers. Tonight, we are learning more about Officer Van Lanken, the life he lived, and the legacy he left behind. My colleague Sally Mamdou is live in Loveland tonight with more on his legacy. Sally.
That's right, Mark. I spoke to his wife just a few moments ago, and she tells me she's in disbelief. She can't imagine her husband won't be coming home tonight from work. Now, we're outside the Loveland Police Department because that's where he volunteered as a chaplain for so many years. Now, Shelley tells me before he was a security guard with Allied Universal, he was a Wisconsin police officer for so many years. Shelley says he was a man of God and he was a pastor for 26 years. He leaves behind two twin daughters, ages 32 years old, who tonight are grieving over the loss of their father. Shelley tells me she got the terrifying knock by police at 2 o'clock this morning, and they told her that her husband of 35 years has been shot and killed. Now, we spoke to her. She didn't wish to show her face on camera, but this is what she had to say.
And I just want to encourage everybody just to love the people that they love, because you never know about tomorrow. We never, in our wildest dreams, would have thought that Dad wasn't going to come home today.
Now, she told me Scott's funeral services will be held on Monday, and coming up at 6, you'll hear what she had to say about her husband's accused killer. For now, we're live in Loveland. Sally Mamdou, Denver 7.
Thank you, Sally. And our team coverage continues tonight with our Chief Investigator, Tony Kovaleski.
And Tony, sources have confirmed that Denver 7 investigates that this suspect was on the federal terrorist watch list.
Yeah, Shannon, and a lot of people doing a lot of digging into this suspect. Local, state, and federal law enforcement sources tell us Joshua Cummings was added to a terror watch list after some alarming behavior in Texas. When police typed his information to the National Crime Information Center, they were immediately alerted to that watch list designation. Here's what we know right now about Cummings. Sources tell us He's a U.S. citizen and he's Muslim. An acquaintance in the town of Pampa, Texas, told Denver 7 Investigates Cummings acted very erratically last year and he abruptly left town in the fall. A social media profile that appears to belong to Cummings repeatedly references his Islamic faith. Cummings has a background in martial arts. A bio he posted on a mixed martial arts site says he is an Army veteran. We've also heard he may have been banned from a mosque in the Texas area for his behavior. It's not clear when he arrived in Colorado, but sources have told us he may have been staying at a Denver area motel. Now, we went down to the jail this afternoon to try to talk with Joshua Cummings. He's being held in an isolation pod, and we're told he won't be allowed visitors for 10 days other than an attorney. Now, our entire Denver 7 investigative team is working on this story. We'll have new developments coming up later in the show and at 6 o'clock.